Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to the Caravan of Glam Presents! It's me, Ecstasy Inferno! I got my girl, Miss Dawn Newton. What's up, girl?
Hey, we're ready to take the party to the dance floor.
Yes, we got Little Tiny Prancer, Mr. Justin Buckles. What's up, boo?
I'm feeling frisky.
Oh, yes, I'm ready to party. We trying to get turned up. And this is the pre-party before the party.
Welcome back, everyone. Caravan of Glam Presents. I'm Dawn Newton.
I'm Ecstasy Inferno.
Justin.
Hello.
Sorry. Boy watch. I was distracted. Sorry.
Quit looking out the window.
We got to put some blinds on these windows so we can't look
right, you guys,
outside.
come on, hustle. Let's carry on here. We're doing this.
Yeah,
Jeez, you guys get distracted.
Who's up next, girl?
Well, wait. You need to know where you're listening. It's Wild Planet Radio, KPQR 99.1 FM.
Or streaming 24/7 on wildplanetradio.com.
Okay, who's up next? He's called the Big Gay Hairy Male Nicki Minaj.
Thank you.
Raunchy, Chicago-based bear rapper.
Yes, I am.
Big Dipper! Yes! I love me some dip.
So, Justin, you're familiar. You've helped Big Dipper along the way, right? With his career?
Yeah, no, I currently am, yeah.
I'd like to help him along the way in some other ways.
We're doing stuff. I've booked him for a few Pride events this summer, and, you know.
He just got back from Australia?
He did. He just did a big tour in Australia. He was down there for Mardi Gras.
So he's Chicago-based, but
Yes.
he's been in Portland.
Well, he was born and raised in Chicago.
He lives in New York now, doesn't he?
No, he lives in L.A. now.
Oh,
Yeah.
L.A.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he lives in L.A.
He's everywhere.
Did he go? But he was in New York for a little bit, wasn't he?
Yeah. He lived in Brooklyn for a while.
Yeah, okay. So he went from Chicago to New York, and now he's in L.A.
In L.A., yeah.
Oh.
So his songs and videos are pretty dirty. Doesn't appear that anything is off limits with Big Dipper.
No. He inspires me so much.
But see, as we will all learn here in just a moment, he's pretty soft-spoken and very well-spoken.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, his stuff is dirty, but...
So am I off the stage, Dawn. It's a character.
I mean, his stuff is dirty, but no, you're dirty all the time.
I'm a good Christian woman. Whoa, man.
Well, let's talk to Big Dipper. I gotta shut up my co-host over here. Hi, Big Dipper. It's Dawn with Wild Planet Radio. We've got Justin Buckles and Ecstasy Inferno here.
What's up, boo-boo? How you doing?
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
We're good.
Good.
All right. So we know that you just were on tour down in Australia. Tell us all about it. Had you ever been down there before?
No, that was my first time, and it was super rad. It almost had that like deja vu feeling where you feel like you're really comfortable because you know the language and like everyone. It like feels like America, but then it's very clearly in a different country. And all the shows I played, everyone was really excited, which is very cool to know that, you know, like I'm just like coming up with ideas in my brain and putting them out into the world, and then like they're actually heard all over the world. That's really rad.
And you were down there for Mardi Gras, correct?
Yeah, I didn't do any of the like official Mardi Gras parties. I did a bunch of like things on the outskirts, the alternative crowd. That's where I played.
Those are the best crowds.
Yeah, those are the best for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, was it a different feel? Like, have you been to Mardi Gras down in New Orleans here at all?
I haven't, but it's my assumption that it is. It's basically like Pride. That's what it felt like. It felt like Pride.
That's what it felt for me when I went to Mardi Gras too. Oh, well, in New Orleans it was. So,
okay.
I'm always curious, since I don't perform and I do all the behind-the-scenes junk, I'm always curious how people get their stage name. Where did Big Dipper come from? How did it evolve?
It's like the story. You know, the longer I've been at it, the more the story sort of changes in my brain. It really was on a whim. It was a joke. It was just this idea of like when I was writing Drip Drop, the lyrics of Big Dipper sort of came into play, and it wasn't until it was sort of while I was writing my first song I developed the name, and it was really just me and a friend joking around, and then all the stars sort of aligned, pun intended. You know, the name is linked to the constellation, which is part of Ursa Major, which is the big bear in the sky, and then I'm a bear, and people have been calling me like, you know, like a big guy all my life, and I like to dance, and, Dipper sounds like a dance move. Just everything sort of came into alignment. And so it really was like on a whim. But when stuff like that lines up, it's always a good sign, I think.
Growing up in Chicago, what was it like growing up as a gay bear?
Growing up as a gay bear?
Yeah, a gay bear in Chicago.
Gay
Wouldn't you
bear.
be a cub first?
Well, yeah, a bear, cub, whatever. I'm just saying.
To me, I really came into myself much later in life. I would say 26, 27 is when, again, everything all sort of clicked. And that's also when I started performing and making music. So, I had a great childhood. I'm very lucky. I came up to my family in high school, and they were accepting. And I went to college out as a gay person, and I did a lot of theater, and I was surrounded by gay people a lot of my life. So I didn't have much turmoil facing that, but I was really self-confident in doing things. I knew I was really capable, and I could, I had a job when I was 13, and I, did extracurricular activities and all that. But I wasn't self-conscious as a gay person, sexually. So even though I was out, I didn't have the confidence to be, I guess the best word is active. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not until my mid-20s when I sort of started to understand my body and understand, maybe we can all roll our eyes collectively, my beardom. Understand
The
myself
beardom,
as a bear.
yes.
And just understand that I had a body that people found attractive, and that I found bodies attractive that weren't Abercrombie and Fitch models and stereotypical sort of chiseled jawline and things like that. So once I learned about that, I became so much more confident.
In Chicago, we know that there's a huge gay scene. So is there a big, cub and bear scene as well?
Sure.
Or is it a smaller community, or?
Yeah, I think anywhere that there are gay people create these little cliques and pockets. So there's definitely there are bear bars and leather bars and sort of fetish bars and daddy bars and things like that in Chicago. I moved away from Chicago to start touring around and being on the road and making music, all sort of in one fell swoop. So I know there are some really fun nights in Chicago that are there's a party called DILF, and there's some bear parties and stuff like that. And there is that Midwestern sort of daddy bear vibe that happens a lot in Chicago, and there's a lot of camaraderie in that. But I was never really a part of it because I moved away.
What was it like breaking out into the gay community, where most of the performers and entertainers tend to be, drag entertainers, and then here you come as a male entertainer, and now you're traveling around. What was it like breaking out into the community? Where were you doing shows at when you started?
So when I first started doing shows, I was doing open mic nights for queer performance art, or much more arty, and they weren't full shows. It was we can give you 5 minutes, so I would do a song. And I was always well received because I was doing something more eclectic in an eclectic night. It was you could see every kind of performance, so I was just one act. Now it's interesting because I book a lot of shows with drag queens. I book at big clubs. I book with the girls from TV from Drag Race. And people, even though I'm an open book and you can sort of see exactly what I do anywhere on the internet, people expect me to sort of, they're like, so you do other people's music? And I'm like, no, I do all my own music. And they're like, oh, well, are you doing a short set or a long set? I'm like, it's a live music set. I perform my song. People still don't know quite what to do with me. And it's so funny in talking to performers, I always have to explain that I'm basically a live music act, but I play well in the nightclub because of the content and because of my show is upbeat and energetic. Because if I were to just book at a concert venue, people would have no idea what to do,
Well, yes. Big Dipper, it's Dawn here. I just have a couple questions for you also. Speaking of how you talk about the audience not quite sure what to do with you, or like, how do you describe?
Yeah.
You've been described, and of course these labels that are out there, we all have them. You've been described as the gay, hairy, male Nicki Minaj. Do you like that? Do you think that's accurate?
I love that. I think that's the highest compliment I could ever get.
And raunchy, and also raunchy Chicago-based bear rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're like, I mean, that's me. That's it.
You can't, my lyrics are raunchy. I'm not going to deny that. Not all of my lyrics are raunchy, but my lyrics are raunchy. And I am hairy, and I do rap, and, I am a bear, whether, someone else is labeling me that or I'm labeling me that. I'm from Chicago. All of those things are right.
Is there anything that's off limits?
For me?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm working hard to write more all my music is honest, but it's not stripped down and vulnerable, I'm working hard to try to write to that side of me. But like I was talking about how I get booked for shows, like I always get booked for party shows. So that music I know would just exist sort of on the music project and for the listeners, but I would never get to perform it live. And I love performing live. That's what I love most. And so when I go down to write, I sit down to write, how can I play that out at a club? I can't.
Right. When are we going to see you in the Northwest? When will you be here in Portland?
Hopefully in the spring. Hopefully this spring or this summer.
Awesome. We'll bring you in studio live. We would love that.
Yeah. I played in Portland like 5 or 6 times in a row. I think maybe in 2014. Mm-hmm. There was like 1 year where literally every 3 weeks I was back out playing to Portland or Seattle. And it was really rad. I love Portland. My sister lives in Portland. I love all the things that people love in Portland. The food, the coffee, the people.
Awesome.
The beautiful cherry blossoms. I actually shot one of my music videos in Portland.
Very cool. What would be your advice to, we always want to reach out to our youth, the LGBTQ youth. What is your advice to them today?
I guess, it's something that I'm learning. Like, I'm grown. I'm 30, but because technology changes all the time, the way we interact with one another is, like, always sort of shifting. And it's really easy to get caught up in the internet and Instagram comments and messaging with people and, like, creating relationships with people who are halfway across the world who you never met face to face, but you feel obligated to like stay connected to them and message them. And I know that if I was a teenager and I had every form of communication that I currently do, I would get really overwhelmed and I wouldn't have a sense of what was real and tangible and in front of me and what I actually cared about because things get so complicated. So I would say my advice is, to really check in with yourself in like a physical way and have a good support system around you and find what makes you excited and what you're passionate about. And, it sounds cliche, but work really hard to go after what you want in life, follow your dreams, because, it's really rad to, like we were talking about Australia before, it's really rad to make something out of your head and then people like it so much that they want to take you to the other side of the world to hear you rap about it in the club.
I think that's awesome. Pay it forward and you get paid for it. Right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Big Dipper, it's been great talking with you. Thanks for joining us here at Wild Planet Radio on Caravan of Glam Presents. We can't wait for you to come to Portland.
Hey everyone, this is Justin with Wild Planet Radio and the Caravan of Glam Presents. Don't forget to connect with us. Facebook, Wild Planet Radio, Twitter, @Wild Planet Radio, Instagram, Wild Planet Radio, and of course, #Wild Planet Radio. Tell your friends, share the news of WPR on social media, and stream us 24/7 at wildplanetradio.com.
You're listening to the Caravan of Glam Presents on Wild Planet Radio.
Hey everyone, this is Jay Boo from Caravan of Glam Presents. It's time for your Flashback Friday with Jeffrey Self.
Here we go. We got 10 questions, maybe a little bit more or so. So here we go. Ready? You're pretty quick on your feet, so this is probably going to be pretty funny. Favorite song?
Favorite song? Party in the USA. I think it's the best pop song ever written.
Favorite person, dead or alive?
Favorite person, probably Rosie O'Donnell, and I can't really explain why, but I just have a deep love of her.
What about favorite city?
Palm Springs.
If you could visit anywhere in the world that you haven't been, where would it be?
I don't know. Like, let's say I've gotten to go to a lot of cool places. I'm going to say, like Fiji.
Favorite actor?
I don't really care about men in movies. I only really like women.
So the whole male gender of actors.
Yeah. So I guess Glenn Close and Albert Nobbs.
Least favorite food?
Like mayonnaise. Is that a food? Anything with mayonnaise in it.
Justin's gagging right now. Least favorite historical figure?
Oh, does Donald Trump count?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. If you could have dinner with one dead celebrity, who would it be?
Elizabeth Taylor.
That seems to be a very popular
I said
answer.
that yesterday.
Yes.
Really? Well, I
yeah.
think it would be like having dinner with a medicine cabinet or pharmacy. Whatever you want to mix with your glass of wine would be readily available.
Best advice you've ever been given, and by who?
I guess I had like when I was in drama school, I was thinking about dropping out and moving to New York, and I had a teacher who told me I should, and I think that was smart advice.
What's your biggest fear?
Snakes. Don't like them.
Biggest pet peeve?
Snakes? No. Instagram. People who are famous on Instagram for being hot.
Okay, Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling.
Okay. That seems to be a popular answer, too.
That was Jeffrey Self with your Flashback Friday on Caravan of Glam Presents.
If you could be a Disney princess, Justin, which one would you be?
Ooh, I don't know any of them.
Oh, please.
I've never watched I have watched Disney movies, but...
And there's always a princess in there somewhere.
Who's the richest?
Who's the richest? No, he's not narcissistic or self-absorbed. No. We stand corrected, Jayla.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm going to be a princess, I want the most money.
Hi, I'm Dee Devontes, and you're listening to the Caravan of Glam Presents on Wild Planet Radio.
How do y'all feel about plastic surgery? Would you ever do it? Have you done it?
I haven't done it, but if it was for like good reasons, I don't see anything that's wrong with it.
Like a health reason?
Yeah, like if I get in some like huge car accident and my face gets like jacked up and I need to have my nose replaced, that's a good reason. Or I don't know. I just
self-esteem, maybe.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see certain things wrong with it. But when you go way out of line.
Okay, so let me throw some names at you.
Okay.
Beauty or botched?
Ooh.
Let's start with Bruce Jenner, who is now Caitlyn. So it was Bruce that had the surgery.
Okay.
Well,
Caitlyn's had surgery, but Bruce's face.
So like when Caitlyn was Bruce, I would almost say botched because he looked so.
His nose was so.
He looked so plastic as a male, anyways. Looking at Caitlyn now, I think she looks pretty.
I thought Bruce, prior to Bruce's surgeries, actually looked more feminine then, had a more feminine face than after the surgeries. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because it seems a lot more artificial.
Because it's plastic surgery. It is.
Okay,
Next,
beauty or
'cause we don't
botched? Share.
Oh, beauty.
Beauty. I don't care. Yeah.
She knows what.
She looks stunning.
She also probably sold her soul or like sacrifices.
But she's one that like she looks
be around
good
forever. She does.
She looks good.
Yeah.
How about Iggy Azalea? She had her nose done.
I think the thing when you start young though, and you're not, how
Yeah.
females, their bodies change until they grow until when, like 27 or something, right?
Well, and then it keeps changing, especially like as you get closer to like the menopause, when estrogen and all that collagen and stuff starts kind of, for lack of a better word, drying up a little bit. So things start heading
I think if you have
south.
surgery before your body's fully developed,
I think
it's
that's a
not
mistake.
smart.
Yeah.
What about Fergie?
What did she have done?
I don't know. I just remember her peeing on stage. That's all I remember.
I've always thought Fergie was like pretty. So
Yeah, you don't really tell. I think she had her nose done. When I look at some before and after photos, you can see a little bit of work, but it seems like.
Wait, didn't she have a bunch of the surgery when she got sober? Because she used to be. Didn't she used to be a drug addict or an addict?
I don't know about that one.
Okay, well,
Possibly.
Let's not talk about it. But I
Okay,
think
let's.
I read
How about Lil' Kim?
it. Oh,
God, I mean, she looks pretty now. Still, I mean, she looks good, but like she's totally different now. Like I think she's
Asian.
botched now.
She's Asian.
I mean, she's botched herself. I mean, she still looks good, but like she was stunning before. Where to me, it was what she's done is like unnecessary.
But it's probably like, you get one tattoo and you want another one.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
hear
people.
that.
It's addictive.
Yeah, I mean, people.
Yeah.
We're our own worst critics.
Yeah.
Everyone finds stuff wrong with themselves every day.
I mean, if Biggie came out of the grave and went into bed and she rolled over, he'd be like, "Who is you?
Yeah.
Who's you? You know, she don't look the same."
No.
What about Janice Dickinson?
Ooh.
Mess.
World's first
Mess.
supermodel.
No,
Mess.
she looks a mess now.
Yeah,
She's
she
a mess.
does.
She's a mess on many levels, but she's still trucking along. God
Here's
bless her.
somebody. How about Amanda Lepore?
Oh, I love Amanda Lepore. I remember when she came.
I love her, but
Do you love
like, but
her
she's
work? Her surgery transformations?
I love that she is basically an anime character of herself 10 years ago. Now,
yeah.
she knows she pushed it over the edge on purpose, I think. I remember when she was here for Portland Pride and she was at the Red Cat block party. And we drank a lot of tequila together.
But like to me, she's beautiful, but like to me, she's botched now too. Like in the way of Little Kim. Like she was pretty before.
Yeah, but
Now
that's kind of
she's-
like, I think that's her shtick, though.
Yeah.
It's her
I mean,
thing.
I get it.
Yeah. It's kind of her claim to fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes her who she is.
That's what's made
I mean, if she's
her
going
stand
for,
out.
I mean, if she's Amanda Lepore and she's going for that anime character, boom, girl,
You've done
You've
it.
done it. You look like
Stop
an anime
before it gets worse.
Yeah.
What about the Jacksons? I guess you could pick any one of them. How about Latoya? Janet had a little bit done. She had her nose
She
done.
did. I mean, I love Janet. She's like one of my goddesses, but like she should have stopped a
Did
few
she
times
need
ago.
it?
No, she didn't.
Did any of them need it? Does anyone need it?
Does it? Well, for certain things, for certain reasons.
Pamela Anderson.
I love her boobs. I mean, she's pretty, so whatever.
Not close up, though.
Neither are you.
I have
You've
met
been close
her,
up with her?
and I have shaken her hand and I
Really?
have talked to her.
Ooh, what was that like?
I mean, she's super sweet, total animal rights activist.
I would totally give her the biggest high five.
Rough.
I'd give her the biggest high five. You deserve a high five after taking that ex-husband inside you.
Joan Rivers, God rest her soul.
No, it was elective and it killed her. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm not against plastic surgery, but if you don't like any elective surgery just terrifies
What
me.
about the procedures like Botox? Have you ever done Botox? Would
No.
you do Botox? See, that scares me too. When people you're putting chemicals in your head, your brain's right there.
I mean, I know people that have done it.
I mean, yeah, I know people have done it. I can't say I wouldn't do it because I haven't gotten there. Like, I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, I need Botox.
But people also have Botox to stop sweating.
Yeah. They
There's
put it in their
medical-
armpits. Yeah.
There's medical things to do with Botox as well.
Oh my God, that's what I need. I need it for my armpits. I need it for my back. You need it for your butt crack.
I was just gonna say the same to you.
Well, see, and they use some of those procedures too, like for medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
Which help people with various things. But so you're not opposed to it.
I'm not opposed.
You're not going to judge anybody for it.
No, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I mean, I'm not opposed to
you know.
it. I just
I mean,
If I don't
if you're
need-
getting it done, you can't be mad at anyone for judging you because like you're getting it done.
Well, there's lots of reasons too. Like somebody that's maybe
Yeah.
lost a lot of weight, and there's those types of things. There's accidents. There's if it's just your self-esteem, it's going to make you feel better.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, more power to you. In the end, if it helps your self-esteem and it makes you love yourself more, and that's really what life is about to me, is learning to love yourself. And if that helps you and that's what you need to do in the end, who am I to judge you?
What about the people whose significant other wants them to make something larger,
No.
make something smaller?
If that person's with you, that person should love you unconditionally. No.
But it also depends. Are they wanting it smaller because of health reasons? That's one thing.
Yeah,
Now,
there's like doctor intervention, but
you
if
know,
it's just...
But if it's, hey, I want you to get breast implants.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to get a penis enlargement.
I would not be with somebody that
Yeah.
that told me that I needed to improve myself.
If, you know,
Surgery.
if you both agree, that's one thing. But like, if you're coming to your partner and you're like, oh,
I mean, if I was
like-
with somebody and they wanted to do it,
Well, yeah, it's like, you're perfect, except can we just alter
God, can we just
this?
get bigger boobs? You know, no.
Yeah.
but the whole elective side of any surgery, it scares me. I mean, you never know. You're going under. They're putting you to sleep. Are you going to wake up? You never know. And then you still
It's
have a
true.
bill. And then you still have a bill. If you don't wake up, you still have a bill.
And then you're on our botched list.
Wait, do you think that they finish it though? If you don't wake up?
Oh my God. What if they only got half of it done? So like you got half of the face like, and the other half is like, but you died on the table. Like, would that?
Well,
oh
they
my
could
God.
fix that though. They could makeup it up, or they just do a closed casket,
Yeah, that's what you do.
or just half open, just half face open casket. The
But can you
pretty side.
imagine if like your last dying request is you make sure that you have an open casket because you want everyone to see your soul off to the great heaven sky, and they coming in and you got a half of a facelift done and your eyebrow up here and the other one's like sinking down. Hey, you guys, you know.
Well, this bit
Droopy
just
dog.
took the wrong turn.
All right, it's time for your weekly cocktail. This week's cocktail is called the Dr. Fuzzy. You take one part peach schnapps and the other part Dr. Pepper. Mix it together and sip that smooth, delightful drink. And for those of you who don't drink, we got my special tropical dirty mocktail. You take one part tropical Red Bull, mix it with some pineapple juice, add some grenadine, and then just a little bit of Sprite. And there you go. That's your weekly cocktails.
Yo, thanks for tuning in to the Caravan of Glam Presents. We're here every Friday at 6 p.m. on Wild Planet Radio, KPQR 99.1 FM. And don't forget, we streaming worldwide on wildplanetradio.com.